Did you know that ground pork is actually just a 500-piece Peppa Pig puzzle?
Fuck off! God damn it!
I came up with that one last night.
Really? I like that.
Sorry. I always like to
man.
lead in with random shit.
Yeah, you do a good job of it.
Anyway, what are we doing? Oh yeah, I think I'm re-rolling the one that I failed in the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm getting lightheaded. It's because I'm loud speaking. I don't normally do that.
Sound, cosmic, beauty, light, being, yes, please, let me play the game, please.
Let me inside your house so I can steal all your shit. The most valuable thing to this size is an eraser. So if you have a 2-inch dick, find erasers to make it bigger. I wish erasers worked on the human skin.
You know, I don't know that they don't.
Here's a random question that'll probably make everyone click off. What's your fetish, Zach? You don't have to think. You don't have to. Oh, okay. Let me narrow it down. I gotta get top 10 in here, and then I don't know, something really obscure. I like earlobes. Just kidding. Unless you're doing
no, man, it's kneecaps.
The back of the knee. That's where the secret third hole is.
Was that a Family Guy?
Yeah, that's a Family Guy.
God damn it.
The Quagmire joke.
Yeah.
Because like, I think Peter shows Quagmire. Quagmire's talking about, yeah, I found the third hole last night. And then Peter's like, this is a picture of Meg, and then Quagmire just points to the knees like, that's
the third hole right there.
That's where it is. That's where it is.
That's so funny. Because you know somebody's, like, jam is that, right?
Well, that's, I mean...
Like, some people dig fucking other people's armpits.
Some people like sticking it in earlobes, man.
Yeah.
If you got the width of a pencil, I guess you can do that. And you know what? I actually kind of envy guys who do that, because the length and size of your dick has the perfect... It has the perfect reach for that reset button on a woman. You know, like they have the width and consistency of a paperclip, so it's good to, you know, you don't have to.
The reason, God, I'm really thinking about what the fuck you're talking about right now, and when I put it together, I just felt disappointed in myself. He's talking about that place on most electronics where you could like stick a needle in order to do the ROM reset thing. God damn it, Noah.
I like how you really had to piece that together in order to...
Because I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about.
You know, you're trying to reset Buzz Lightyear. You gotta get to that button on the back. It's not a switch. It's that
That's the thing that puts him into Spanish mode.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
Hey, you disappointed yourself. I had nothing to do with that.
No,
Hang on. Noah must be talking about something deep.
I know somewhere in here there's like some weird thread of logic, and I'm just not on it. And then once I found it, I was just disappointed in myself.
You can't break down what I do. It doesn't make any sense if you do it like that. You just have to appreciate it for the chaotic neutral it is. You're welcome. I'm showing in all the other theaters. I'm better than Penn and Teller. I'm much better of a comedian. No, I'm not even a comedian. I'm much more funny when I'm with another person. I bounce better.
Yeah.
And also I say stuff just because I'm like, this will get a reaction.
I know for a fact I've heard you say I was going just until I hear the part where you sigh in disappointment in me.
Exactly.
I saw you say that in something that you uploaded fairly recently. I was just talking in order to eventually hear you do that sigh of disappointment. It's like, yeah, that is like your food, isn't it?
It tastes yummy. It's got grape flavor. It's nice. Anything purple tastes grape. Changed my mind. I'm waiting. Dish soap. Bullshit. Let's go buy Purple Dawn soap. I bet it tastes like purple. I'll drink it. I'll do it. That'll be one of the
I'll
6...
put it on TikTok, and it'll become a challenge, and a bunch of Gen Z kids will die.
Everybody, go get the pizza roll soap dispensers. The Tide Pod Challenge.
Tide Pod Challenge.
Stick this in your mouth and munch on it. And then whenever you're done with your potty mouth, go back to your life. I think I'm going to make it this time. Or I'm going to die. Either way, it's a win. I can die happily with no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
They're making a new Postal game. Like, you know what the fuck the Postal game is.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Postal number 4, no regrets. And they actually spelled it that way.
And I bet they're gonna get it tattooed on their body too. Oh, I can get the action
I honestly
figures.
wouldn't be surprised if Running with Scissors did. Like, fucking Vince Desi actually do shit like that. Those fuckers are crazy. They got the dude who voiced Duke Nukem to come in and voice the postal guy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Like old Duke Nukem or
John
like
St. John, baby. It's
Okay.
always only ever been John St. John.
Well, I was thinking of the one who did the Duke Nukem game that was $4 3 days after it came out.
No, that was also John St. John.
And that is also how I bought that game, because I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, didn't this just come out? And the GameStop guy...
Oh, it's ass.
Because it was up at the desk, and I was like, didn't this just come out? Why is it $4? And I was like, is the disc broken? Why are you just selling the case? And he's like, no, you don't understand. You don't want that. Like, I'll pay... Like, eventually someone will pay money to make you take it.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? It's that bad?
And what sucks is my dad ended up buying it for us, like, right when it came out for, like, $60.
No,
And we
return
took
that
it,
shit.
and we were walking around Best Buy, like, 4 days after that happened, and it was in a bargain bin for $8.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. I've never seen such a precipitous drop. But yeah, dude, that really sucked, man, because when I was growing up as a little kid, my dad and I would play the Duke Nukem games that were on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played that one on the
Babe,
channel.
yeah.
Land of the Babes and Time to Kill. It
Land
was
of the
really fun.
Babes, where
We
you
played-
find the rocket launcher and you murdered me a million times with
Oh
it.
yeah. That's the meta in that game. You have to know where the rocket launcher is, and you have to figure out how to fucking get it, because the game's controls are weird and feel like a felony.
It's a weird way to describe it.
Well, I want to say it was made
These games assault me in a way that makes it a fucking offense to the government.
Yeah. Well, it was made on the same engine that the Tomb Raider games were made on, and it was
pointy
even
nipple.
produced by the same people, so the movement is like the exact same. The game's controls were made for like navigating caves and doing weird jumps and shit, but like that's not exactly how the level design works, especially when you play multiplayer, so it feels weird and cumbersome. Yeah. Which is why that game just feels so ass to play, especially if you go back and play it now. It's like these are controls that were made for a completely different kind of game. But yeah. And Dad and I would play those games a lot.
He's a man, not a tank.
It was a fun time. And then like he's like, oh man, new Duke Nukem game comes out, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna play it with my kid. He gets it, there's no multiplayer, there's no local multiplayer. It's just purely a solo play game, and the campaign sucks so much ass.
Pretty sure that game just exists so that Olsen twins have a nude scene somewhere.
That game exists due to two people really fucking up and dropping the ball over the course of 15 straight years.
It took 15 years to make that game?
Yes!
Oh my god.
That game entered development right after Duke Nukem 3D did, which was in like 1996.
Does this sound sneakingly like Cyberpunk all of a sudden?
Yeah, so I've seen
Fuck
all
that game.
kinds of different like video
that stupid
essays on
game.
why that game sucks. But
Duke Nukem or Cyberpunk?
Duke Nukem.
Oh, okay.
So long story short, George Broussard was the lead developer, lead creative guy at 3D Realms, which is the company that produced the original Duke Nukem. And he was a man with a really big ego because of that. You know, he had the kind of John Romero syndrome of being kind of a rock star. He was also a massive perfectionist, and he really cared about Duke. But the problem is during that time when Duke came out, the video game landscape was changing so fucking fast. Because, like, they would try to make 3D games, and they were kind of only able to do so because the engine that it was made on was technically like 2.5D. So they were like, oh man, Quake's gonna come out. It's gonna go full polygonal, and it's gonna be crazy and shit. We gotta license the Quake engine and make the new Duke game on the Quake engine. And then Quake comes out, and then Half-Life comes out, and everybody's like, oh my god, Half-Life has completely changed the landscape of gaming. Fuck, now we gotta compete with Half-Life. Start all over, license the newer Quake engine, the Quake 2 engine. We gotta make everything work inside the Quake 2 engine now. And this just keeps happening for years and years. Like, 2000...
Oh, so it just keeps spinning.
It just keeps spinning
and spinning.
The problem is 3D Realms was only like 6 dudes though. And as like costs get higher in order to make these 3D games, like
Yeah, because the engine get higher and higher.
exactly, they get more and more complicated, so you gotta hire more and more people to do more and more stuff. They weren't doing that though. So they had like the same 6 people playing catch-up for like 8 straight years across like 3 different engines. They went from Quake to the Quake 2 engine to the fucking Unreal engine, and then they went to like Unreal 3 or some shit. No, it was Unreal 2. They licensed the Unreal 2 engine, and they made like an 80% complete Duke game using that engine, but they weren't allowed to finish it due to some weird contractual bullshit or something like that. That was all George Broussard's failure. Like he would publicly argue with like his producers and shit like that.
Publicly?
Yeah, like in magazines and shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, for the world.
I was like, I don't think Twitter was like...
No, man. Like in gaming publications and fucking emails and shit.
Yeah, this is good material. We should publish this.
Exactly. So like he couldn't fucking get more money to save his life, and he just kept sucking shit harder and harder at actually producing this game. So eventually, Randall motherfucking Pitchford steps into play. Do you know who Randy Pitchford is?
No, but the way you introduced him.
Randy Pitchford is the CEO back at Gearbox Software, the Borderlands people.
Okay, I was like, Gearbox. I think that's Borderlands, but I'm not...
Yeah.
I'm weird. Like, you can describe something to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that game, but I could not tell you the producers or anything like that.
I get way deep.
Unless
into
it's
that
2K.
shit.
I know 2K.
So Randy Pitchford comes in, and he's like, fuck, I used to work on the Duke games. I used to work in the build engine. I really feel for you people. So what I'm going to do is...
that's the worst thing you can do is
Yeah.
feel.
So, here's what's up. Randy Pitchford was like, hey, George Broussard, you're kind of massively in debt right now. You want to sell me the rights to the Duke Nukem video game so that I can actually make a...
Gamer Star! Sorry.
So, he buys up the rights to Duke Nukem, and he basically puts in some fucking nobodies into making a Duke game using some of the, like, half-baked assets that they've accumulated through all these years.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He doesn't actually beef up the development
This is a nice
staff.
wood texture. Use it.
He doesn't beef up the development staff at 3D Realms. What he does is he gets like a completely different studio in order to kind of help them do support work for the fucking Unreal engine that they're using, which is a really old and out-of-date engine at this point, but it's what they license, so that they've got to use it. And it's just a fucking mess. Randy Pitchford essentially buys the Duke Nukem rights and then slaps like a real quick sequel on that real quick in order to kind of get it out the door.
Yeah.
So development was massively rushed. The game itself is just ass to play. There's zero charm in it. The story might as well not even exist. It's not fun because they took Duke Nukem and made it into like a cover shooter. And like the vehicle sections that they put in it play
When
like
was it a
ass.
cover shooter? When was it a cover shooter?
You get a railgun in the game that allows you to shoot through cover at enemies, because the enemies will hide behind cover.
I was gonna
but
say,
you
I
kinda
don't remember there
don't.
being cover mechanics in that game.
You move really slowly. So it's like... It's basically like Doom 3. Have you ever played Doom 3?
Yeah.
The 3D one that they made for the Xbox? It plays a lot like that.
Okay.
Except it's not a horror game. You just
played-
move really slowly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, doesn't it do more horror than... Yeah, no, I played it, but I only went until the point where you could grab a turd out of the toilet and get turd burglar, because that was the only
That's
achievement.
the fucking intro!
No, I couldn't find the turd in the beginning, so I got through the Olsen cave scene where, like, they turn into aliens or whatever, or they die.
For real?
Yeah, and then, like, in that
no.
next area, there's a bathroom
The
again.
Burger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the dude. Yeah. And it's like in like the Space Needle or something.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Burger.
yeah. That's when I grabbed the turd, and I was like, "Wait, I can grab turds," and that was when I got the achievement. I was like,
Yep.
"You know what? I don't think I need to play this game anymore. That's pretty much all I need to know is turd burglar."
Yeah, you see, the thing is, goofy shit like that was in the original Duke Nukem 3D, which is why they put it in the sequel. It was impressive at
It was
the
out
time.
of place.
Yeah, it was. The reason why it was in the new one because it was in the original, and it was in the original because it was like fucking mind blowing that you can be walking around an arcade in a video game and then play pinball in first person inside of another video game. Like, you could do shit like that. You could, like, stick your finger into wall sockets and hurt yourself. You could take a piss in a urinal. It was goofy shit like that that, like, made that game so charming and weird. Because, like, you wouldn't fucking put that shit in a video game nowadays, because it's just, like, wasted time and effort. But back in the day, like,
regular electricity.
we were still getting used to the fact that video games could be 3D now. And to have shit like that in a video game, that was just fucking mind-blowing. Nowadays, when you release something like that, it's like, okay, this game is wasting my fucking time. It's not charming anymore. It's just stupid, and it serves no purpose.
The thing about games these days is everyone thinks that, like, the better the quality of the graphics is, makes it a better game.
Well,
When, no. I've played games that I've enjoyed far fucking more with, like, 8-bit shit that's been released recently than, like Days Gone. I fucking hated every moment of Days Gone. I'm on the channel.
it looked good. It was technically impressive, but I don't.
Yeah, that's it. It was technically impressive, but the story was fucking dog shit cancer. No one will agree with me with that, but
dude, I've heard nothing but this game isn't worth your time from like everybody that I've heard review that fucking game.
Like if you trust if anybody trusts my opinion on video games, don't buy it. It's 48 hours of your life you'll never get back. And, like, you have to play 40 hours to get to the good part, which is fucking...
it's good, like, 48 hours in.
That's the thing! That's when
why fucking bother?
Whenever they were advertising that fucking game, it was like, oh, look at this horde combat, look at the zombies, look at how they stack up, look at how cool it is to fight hordes of zombies. You can only effectively do that at, like, 40 hours. Like, because that's when they give you the guns to, like, mow through things.
You know what's really funny about that? We were talking about developers and shit like that early on. You're familiar with Bubsy 3D, right?
How could I not be?
Okay, so
I've never
Bubsy
played
3D,
it, but I know
infamously
of it.
terrible 3D platformer that shouldn't have existed, but unfortunately did.
Much like me.
It was made by a team called Eidetic, and it was released on the PlayStation, and everybody hates it. It's terrible. Eidetic was a company that essentially got folded into
90210?
989 Studios. 989 Studios were the people who did Siphon Filter.
Oh,
remember Siphon Filter? That shitty game that we played that we couldn't get the fucking sound to work on?
It's not that it was shitty, it's just I'm remembering the second one more.
Yeah. Well, they did the Siphon Filter games, and 989 did also the Madden series. If you're familiar with any of, like, the fucking...
NFL Madden?
Yeah, like all the sports games and shit. That's also 989, even still to this day.
Those don't take any effort, though.
Here's another fun
If I wanted to play sports, I'd go outside! Fuck you!
The original team at 989 also got folded into a company that's owned by Sony called Sony Bend Studios, who did some of the ports onto the PS Vita, as well as a couple of those Siphon Filter games that ended up
Vita, the
on
thing they
the...
forgot about pretty immediately.
They did those, and they also did Uncharted for the PS Vita.
Okay.
They also did Days Gone.
I hate them.
Yeah, so Bubsy 3D has like...
Oh, no fucking shit, really?
Yeah, it has like direct ties to Days Gone. Because, like...
I'm gonna take that disc outside and burn it now.
It's one of those things where, like, the studio was acquisitioned so many times that they ended up essentially becoming the people who did Days Gone. Which is hilarious. They have, like, a long and storied history with Sony.
I feel ashamed for picking that up now.
Yeah.
Whatever, there's a game ground on it, go watch that. I make lots of memes.
Because the problem with the original Bubsy 3D was very similar, hilariously enough, to the problem with Days Gone, in the sense that they saw all this shiny new technology, and they wanted to do something really impressive of it with it.
They wanted to activate the neurons with it.
They wanted to activate the neurons with it, but they fucking couldn't, because their scope, what they wanted to do, far outstripped what they were actually capable of doing at the time. Man, we want to do horde combat. We want to put all this really cool shit in there.
That was the only cool thing about that game was the horde combat.
Yeah.
That was it.
But the people writing that shit was like, yeah, let's take fucking forever to get to that point. And let's also not make the protagonist worth, like, sympathizing with or relating to. He's
And
just
that
like
sucks, 'cause they
he's just like a grumpy old fuck that you don't root for. Like, who cares?
They wasted that actor, too, because he was, that's the same mocap guy that does Darth Maul for Star Wars Clone Wars.
For real?
And he's the same one that does Star Wars Force Unleashed. That is the same exact actor, and I've also seen him in something called Beyond Human or something, or like Look Human or something, where he plays a vampire who works at a hospital, and like he feeds on like donated blood instead of like human blood, But yeah, that actor is fucking amazing, and they completely wasted him because that is what he looks like.
God, that sucks. There's a lot of wasted potential and shit.
Get out of my way, you fuck! Well, this is my life now.
Well, do the shake. Do the shaky shake.
I don't know. I don't think I can.
Do the shaky shake and point yourself in a different direction.
I'm trying, but it's not working. Why are you driving into the sidewalk, you cunt? Well, 6 more minutes of this. Keep talking.
God damn it. Well, it's just one of those things where it's like there was just a mountain of wasted potential. There was nothing but good intentions, and they just managed to fuck it up and just absolutely ruin their reputation. And
yeah, but they did Bubsy. You didn't think that would be...
Well, Bubsy was done because the team at Eidetic was like, all right, we're going to make a PlayStation game. This is like very new technology, and we're going to pioneer the 3D platformer, because the first 2 Bubsy games were platformers, but they were 2D, and they were on the NES. Now that we've got the ability to program for the PlayStation, we're going to take that platforming aspect and we're going to move it to 3D. And it's going to completely change the landscape of video games. And they had this idea back in, like, I think, 1993 or some shit. And they worked on this game for so fucking long that by the time they were ready to release it, Crash Bandicoot had come out and Mario had come out. And they basically were 3D platformers that were way more fun and way more well-adjusted to play. Technically speaking, Bubsy 3D has like a really nice resolution. Like, that's
but it looks like dog shit.
Exactly. They prioritized having like a really high resolution, but in doing so, they ended up having to basically make everything flat shaded polygons, which looks like ass. So they had like really high technical...
Fucking Glover did better than that.
Exactly. They had really high technical like ambition, but they weren't able to actually deliver on it because the artistic side of the game really fucking suffered. They had all these people working on this really high-res engine, and they couldn't find anything fun to put in it. And that's exactly what Days Gone is. It's like a very technically impressive thing that just sucks shit to play because the actual act of engaging with the game hurts and isn't fun.
Yeah. You can say that again!
But yeah,
the biggest character development that happened is a man gets his arm cut off, and then he gets a knife hand.
Oh,
and then that knife hand appears in cutscenes before he even gets the knife hand. Because I highlighted that in my video too.
Ooh, baby.
I was like, hey look, he hasn't gotten the knife hand yet, but look, here he is in this cutscene with a knife hand.
Like, you sequence broke the game and ended up ruining its continuity. That's funny.
I didn't even do anything! I did the missions in order! He just has the fucking thing!
Oh, so they just overlooked that?
Yeah, and then there's another cutscene where, like, it's like a flashback, and, like, it's a really big deal that Deacon has a new patch on his back that says Nomad instead of, like, the motorcycle gang he belongs to.
Yeah.
But that's like a cutscene, right? In the gameplay, before and after that cutscene, he has the same fucking vest on that doesn't have the Nomad thing.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, wow, you can fucking put it in a cutscene, but you can't implement it in the character model? You fucking ditz! Really breaking my immersion over here!
That really sucks.
It's like just little simple things that would take, like, very little effort. Like, you already made the model. You had to have. It's in the fucking cutscene. That you don't want to put it in the game.
That sucks.
And there's a lot of flashbacks that serve no fucking point other than to, like, let's extend the playtime by 25 minutes. Just so this guy can walk back up to a mountain to relive the time he proposed to his dead wife. Oh, now she's alive. Oh, now she's dead. Oh, now she's dead. Oh, now she's dead. Oh, now he's alive. Oh, man, he's dealt with the fact that she's dead. Oh, man, look, there she is in the fourth fucking act. She's alive. She's been alive the whole time, even though he's went through all the fucking stages of grief. What was the point of the character development, you fucking assholes? Sorry, that game makes me utterly upset. Literally the whole time his best friend's like, she's dead, get over it, she's dead. And then like at the very last moment of the game,
she's not actually dead.
hey look, there she is. Because they're like, we don't know how to end it. She might as well be alive, I guess.
That's so hard. But it's like, that kind of problem is just so fucking endemic of like modern games. It's like you keep having these massive technical goals that you might be able to really deliver on, but the problem is I don't give a shit. you have yet to actually make me give a shit, and that's like, if you fail at that part, who cares? You've wasted millions and millions of dollars and so many different people's times making this well-crafted thing that I couldn't give less of a shit about because I don't emotionally engage with it.
Mm-hmm. Just like whenever you make a female child in China. They immediately discard it.
Noah.
Like a used tampon.
God damn it.
What? You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
I didn't say that, Noah!
I'm trying to get this royal present over here, but I'm not big enough yet. It's making me angry. See, look at that crow's got it. I can't reach it yet. But it's got a new scarf in it, I bet!
That's right, and this is one of the games before they let you jump.
No, he can jump. I was like, can I make my ball jump? That was a good question.
I know, like, the later games, they allow you to jump.
I don't know, this is reroll, baby.
Yeah.
Rerolling my
well, I think you're playing,
rice.
like, the first game, right?
Essentially. It's the PlayStation 2 one. This is. It should be the remakes of Damacy.
Katamari Damacy was the PlayStation
2, yeah. I have it over there. Just
there
not
was
as
one on
polished.
the original PlayStation.
No, I don't think I'm gonna get to. I'm not gonna get the present. It's gonna make me sad. Sad face.
Well, you're gonna beat the level.
No! I want the present! What's the point? What's the point of life if I can't have the present?
Oh.
Give me the fucking present, you!
Give me that! Oh, wait!
No.
Ah, you whore!
Fucking crow. I couldn't get the giant turnip either. Or whatever that is. Onion? No, onions don't look like that.
I think that's a turnip.
Japanese food. I bet it's gonna be named sushi.
What sucks is I
Watch.
think you're right.
Miso soup! Oh.
My
My headphones abandoned ship. They said we're getting dumber by the minute just being on this, man. Ow. Ow. Look, Mom! There's a giant man in the sky, and the Earth
There's
is
a man on the plane. Or some sort of gremlin.
Look, Joe, there's a man on the wing. Mom, I saw a huge guy, and his cock was out.
His dong was like this.
What if Bill Murray just walked down the street and flashed you his dick and said, "No one will ever believe you," and kept walking?
Well, that was another thing.
What do you mean that was another thing?
There was another joke that went like
I'm
that.
gonna make the Corona Borealis.
It was like, it was a text post that was like, Bill Murray walked up to me at a DQ and stole one of my fries and said, "Nobody will ever believe you," and then walked away.
Yeah, but it's funnier if it's a dick. Bill Murray walked up to me, gophered my soup with his penis, and then walked out.
Well, I'd totally believe it if he just stole a fry, because he's like that
It's
kind
Bill
of dude.
Murray. What are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, it's just like such an innocent thing, and he's like, "Nobody's ever gonna believe you," and then just walks away.
I need to get crowns, not crayons. Crowns.
Crowns.
I'm weird.
I just gotta have that brown crown.
What the fuck is that from?
Homestar Runner.
I don't know who that is.
No.
What?
Don't you fucking dare tell me you've never heard of Homestar Runner. Strong Bad, Trogdor the Dragon, Burninating the Countryside.
You're
Internet cartoon.
saying words, but they're not
Fuck,
registering.
dude! Oh my
as-
god! We need to hang out more! And I need to show you Homestar Runner.
I need
Re-download Flash so we can
Jesus
visit
fuck.
the website.
Such legit anger.
Oh my! It's like such a it's such like a meme-worthy part of like old school internet. Like we're talking.
Oh, YouTube poop.
Yeah, like pre-YouTube poop. We're talking like maybe 2001, 2006. Yeah,
It's a relic of time.
it's old shit, and it like we were talking earlier about how you got to be quotable. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
if you've ever seen it, it's like one of the most quotable things on the face of the planet.
I got some pussy.
Like if you've ever, like you play Guitar Hero, right?
No, Zach, I've never played Guitar Hero. Look at the fucking corner that... Remember when we were starting to record and that Guitar Hero guitar fell over?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Yes, I've played Guitar Hero.
Remember going through all the extra songs and seeing Trogdor? And you, like, never knew what the fuck it was?
No.
You don't remember Trogdor?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a song sung by Strong Bad in, like, one of the most quotable, memeable episodes of the entire show. Somebody shoots this character an email and says, hey, what if you drew a dragon? I'd like to see your skills as an artist. Okay. So he gets down and, like, actually tries to draw one, and it just really sucks, and he, like, takes you through his retarded process of drawing it, and then writes a song about it. And then, like, that's the entire thing. But they took that song and put it into fucking Guitar Hero, and they actually found the guy who does the voice of Strong Bad, and it was like, hey, we'd like to invite you into the studio to actually sing and redo the Trogdor song.
Do it again.
Yeah. And they added a new verse to it, a guitar solo and shit. It's awesome. But yeah, there's... The whole fucking show just has, like, this really old school story history. Like, that episode came out in, like, maybe 2001 or some shit, but the site itself goes all the way back to, like, 1998. Like, the very birth of Flash. Like, the entire site was made in Flash. And what sucks is you can't fucking visit it now because Flash is, like, dead.
Flash is entirely dead.
Yeah, they had to essentially take all the episodes and find a way to export the masters of them onto YouTube. So really the only way that you can experience the site now is by either reinstalling Flash and risking a virus, or like going onto YouTube.
The only way to get the perfect nut is to watch the specific...
Exactly, and I hate to be all fucking George Lucas Star Wars cut about it, but it's like, you gotta visit the website. It's like the best fucking part of the experience. Because the entire website is like this...
I took you to Neopets.
It's like a massive internet history archive. And you could actually... There's like Easter eggs and shit where you can go back and see like what the site used to look like back in its earliest of days. And it was like a video game that you could walk around in and like engage with certain parts of the website through like an avatar character. It was really cool. There was all kinds of shit that... There's like a rabbit hole, like a million miles deep that you could just dive into it. But like...
Wonderland.
Back during its, like its prime time, like 2006, I was way into that shit. Like if a new fucking Homestar Runner episode came out, like I was on that shit. And our internet was so bad, I'd take like an entire hour of my day just to wait for that shit to load. Because it was Flash,
It's
man.
worth it.
You had to, like, these videos that they made, they were all made in Flash, and you had to fucking wait like 6 minutes for them to download over our dial-up connection. I would sit there and just be like, man, oh man, I can't wait for this shit to load. It's just so awesome. It was like the highlight of my whole fucking week, man. It's good shit. I ought to show you some of that.
It sounds interesting.
But, like, long story short, the whole reason why it exists is because, like, two dudes ended up, like, thinking, man, we could write a children's book. And then they tried. And then the result was all the characters from Homestar Runner. And then when that didn't work out, they were like, well, all of these characters are, like, super interesting. What if we made, like, an internet show with all these characters in them? And they just decided to kind of move them over into that space. But the funny thing is, like, some of the episodes of the internet show will actually call back to some of the books that they wrote with these characters in them. And they'll actually, like, digitize pages from the books and, like, draw the characters, like, how they used to look back in the books. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like watching a cartoon, like, nowadays that references Rubber Hose era Mickey Mouse animation. But, like,
Mickey, remember when you hit me in the
internet.
face with a plane?
It's so weird. And you gotta see that shit. It's so cool.
Pepper Strong remembers.
Remember when the internet used to be all Flash?
Remember when Neopets used to be the greatest thing ever? Potato counter!
That fucking... You did release that, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the storage slot is down. Need to... Go
And you dredge up all this old shit from back before I had a full beard.
Yeah, it's very canon that I just, like, record a shitload and then backlog everything. And then as soon as I'm like, I can't record
anymore. 5 years old, though.
Yeah, I know, that was a very big circumstance. Because I was like, this is stupid. But, like, it aged well for me, so I was like, fuck it, I'll release it. And then I did, and, like...
That was more or less us releasing it for our sake.
He's like, I have to get the like. This is funny. This is good. This is a good meme.
Fucking potato counter.
It was rad. It was extreme.
Goddamn potato.
I don't know. It's like
Didn't we like play potato counter because none of the other fucking games would load or some shit?
they were all broken.
Yeah, they were all broken.
Everything was broken. Everything on that site was broken. Except potato counter. You can always count on potato counter.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was extreme potato. So
Oh yeah, it was extreme potato
it
counter.
was extreme potato counter.
Oh, that's. Yeah.
That was a good one. I don't know, man. It's essentially that episode was my version of like a tier list. Because
I thought it was your version of.
a lot of
You're
people.
not nostalgic for this. I'm gonna load this up so I can geek out over it and just weird you out for the next like 12 minutes.
And it worked.
It did. I was like, what the fuck is this mess?
It worked. It was good. I feel like everyone's fallen back on like doing tier list things lately.
It's cheap, easy content that you can pump out real quickly.
Yeah, I did one.
Did you?
Yeah. Honey Pop Girls.
Oh yeah.
And
And like, if I click on this, it's gonna fuck with my recommended so hard.
Hilariously enough,
It's like the only reason why I don't watch Telepert on YouTube.
I
It's
made
like,
that-
fuck with my recommendation.
I made that right after my Honey Pop series. I was like, okay, maybe I'll catch a few of the people. Because that series did oddly well for some reason.
Well, I mean.
No, like oddly well. Like new people came and I got like 20 or 30 new like subs off of it. And
Nice.
did really well. So I was like, okay, I'll capitalize on this. Just like, this will be like the last thing I do.
Did people like the tier list? Did they argue with you?
And no, and then like I was like, all right, I'm measuring the girls off of cuteness because cuteness is more important to me than hot. I'm measuring them off of heart feels, and that's just basically like how I feel about them. And then like there was one other thing, I think it was personality. It's like, and so many people disliked that. It was like, it was almost hilarious to me. Every single time someone would dislike it, I'd laugh a little harder because it was like, a fat man on internet no agree with how I feel about internet women drawn.
Yeah.
Fuck this man, I dislike. But they'd still watch like all the way through.
Yeah, that's so it though.
It's like, thank you, man. You don't have to agree to me. I don't care. I really, truly do not fucking.
As long as you didn't like the tsundere, I will commend your list.
Tsundere? Who the fuck is this?
The chick that fucking browbeats you for being anywhere near her and calls you a pervert all the time, but secretly wants your dick.
I don't think there is one of those.
That is a character trope in like 99% of Japanese media.
I got 94 crowns.
Nice. Did you win?
Did I beat the video game?
Did you win?
I got 87% again. What the fuck? 87% must just be my fucking views. Hey, Boom.
Boom's like, is that mine? Are those my chips?
These are not. Oh yeah, I got a royal present. Oh, it's got a crown in it. I keep saying crown. I don't mean the thing with wax that Marines eat. I mean the thing that you wear.
Yeah,
I just can't. Even every single time I say wolf, it sounds like I'm saying wolf, like a dog noise.
Yeah.
I feel the cosmos. Thanos has snapped again. Yeah, that's true. That. It definitely doesn't look like a shield to me at all. So romantic.
It's so beautiful.
I want to put the crown on.
Yes.
It's too big for my head.
What's up with your head? Did you come out your mama's pussy sideways or some shit?
No, but I learned the other day that people who have dwarfism have the same size head that they have whenever they're born.
Yeah.
So it's like a nuke going off in the vag.
Yeah.
Do you realize that's the first pussy you ever tore up?
Wow. I was a C-section baby, so I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Oh my god, you're a Ziploc bag baby?
I was a Ziploc bag baby. So was my sister.
You're not a part of baby. We're gonna have to put you in C-section gang now.
C-section gang, rise up.
I've been wanting... That's a t-shirt, baby.
Fatheads unite.
I've been wanting to put together a NoNoNoah Productions Discord that's just everybody that I do content with.
Fucking get me in on that
Well,
shit.
you'd obviously be a part of it. I just don't know what all the things that do in it. But Yeah, that's my... I'll probably do that in the next week or two. I really need to get... I need to get somebody... I need to pay somebody to, like, make me a logo. Just like...
I did do that for my buddy Mick.
What, a logo?
Yeah.
I'm just not good at it.
He goes by Codemaster Mick online. And
is this man who can't hear?
Yeah, that was the guy that I was telling you about and all those stories. Oh, by the way, I've got, like, more Mick stories. I've got, like, a mountain of Mick stories. Holy shit. But I made him a logo, and I was thinking, man, I gotta be professional about this. I can't just make him like a fucking regular ass rasterized logo. I gotta make him a vectorized logo so we can scale it up however much he wants, you know. And I was looking around and I was like, I don't know how to use any of this vector software except for a website called FontStruct that you use to create fonts, because those are technically vectorized art files. You can
Can't you vectorize stuff in Photoshop?
I don't fucking use Photoshop. Fuck Photoshop.
You don't like Photoshop?
Photoshop can suck my fucking dick, dude.
But, Zach, I use Photoshop for the thumbnail!
Photoshop can eat my dick. More specifically, Adobe can eat my dick. But that's another story. Anyway, I was like, I know how to use this site FontStruct, and technically you can create vector files with it. They just have to be fonts, though. So I went onto FontStruct. I made a logo using their website and sent it to Mick as a font. So he actually technically has a vectorized logo that he can use as a font, and he's like, anytime I apply for a position or anytime I like have to give my logo to somebody else, that's the logo that I use now. And I'm like, yes! And I made it in like 20 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No, I need something like cartoony.
I wouldn't be able to pull off something similar if it's going to be cartoony, because his was like super angular. I was thinking like the letters in Codemaster Mick, CMM, I could probably find a way to arrange those really cool. And I found a way to essentially create a hexagon, like almost like you're looking at a cube from like one of the points. And I wrapped the C, the M, and the other M around it, all kind of diagonal and weird looking. And it's one of those things where it's like, it almost looks like a fish or something else. It looks like a weird shape until you stare at it, and then you're like, oh, it's got the C, the M, and another M in there. So it's like you look at it and you kind of have to think about it, and it's like, boom, you've thought about it. It's in your head now.
You've been fucked with.
Yeah.
It's over. I was 4 universes ahead of you already.
But yeah, I did that, and I felt real proud of it. Mick really liked it. Made me feel real good inside.
Well, there you go.
There are probably some... I know there are some services that you can use in order to vectorize certain art. It's just that
it's probably better if you do it.
Yeah.
It's not like a...
Yeah, because if you start with something rasterized and then try to vectorize it, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice, because who fucking knows how the website's going to take that image and fiddle fuck with it. But like, I'm a pixel artist. I work in squares a lot, which is why which is why it was so easy for me to do his logo, because the whole thing was like laid out on a grid, and I just had to fucking shape a bunch of stuff in that grid.
I work in squares.
My life is square.
I practice in the 3DS marketplace for animatronics.
I've been thinking about like making game art and then selling it on like itch.io or something.
Itch.io, eh?
Because I know
Fiverr.
I mean, I could do that,
because then it would be personalized, and I bet you get more business.
Well, if you personalize it, then you got to deal with people.
Well, that's also true.
With more people. If you put it on itch.io, you just let the people come to you, and you just charge them like $5.
That's also true.
But like,
wait, do they do game art? What do you mean by game?
Yeah, like you can upload stuff onto itch.io as like game assets.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, game art. I thought you meant like you're just gonna make a background.
No.
And like that's the whole.
Like a tile set maybe for like a 2D game.
Mm.
Every so often I get bored and just start making those using custom color palettes that I make.
I'm not allowed to get bored. I have to keep my hands busy, otherwise my manic depression sets in.
Yeah. I have regular depression that sets in.
I hate my life!
Same.
If there was a gun in this house, I would not be here right now. That's not a joke! Okay, sumo wrestling. Don't shoot at me!
Motherfucker is shooting at you.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I've got bulletproof skin now. The only way you can kill me is if you insert a dynamite stick up my anal cavity.
Anal cavity?
Yeah, and light it. You know how I know that? I was shooting bottle rockets out of my anus one day, and I got hurt a little too much. My diamond skin got hurt.
You know, I really...
Yeah? What?
I could have asked. I could have been like, please tell me that's a thing that you didn't do.
Well, I guess now you'll never know, because you didn't ask. Nice too.
Bruh, I saw that fucking thing that you uploaded with the beer hunt thing that you did in your backyard. I thought that was like super
cool. Yeah, we do that every year.
That's awesome.
He's talking about the Easter egg beer hunt that I did. And then my brother made me shotgun one of the things I found. It was like...
shotgunned anything.
Well, the hole he gave me was fucking huge. And I've never done it before, so I was like, it's hard to suck it down when it's like spilling all over your fucking face.
Yeah.
Dab me up.
That's kind of the point, though.
Well, yeah.
It's like, embarrass yourself, and also drink alcohol. This is fun.
Listen, sloppy liquid is only hot whenever it's on a female face for me, not my own.
There you go.
Hey, look! Yeah, get in the shower and dump a fucking gallon of milk on yourself, and that'll essentially be all the blackmail you need on me. Why is that a fetish, by the way? Have you seen that shit?
There's a milk fetish?
No, I think it's just like, I like my women covered in white stuff.
Oh, bukkake?
No, not that. Like, literally women in the shower just dumping milk on themselves.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I mean, they don't have to be in the shower. Stop shooting me, you fucking bastard. They probably don't have to be in the shower when they dump milk on them, but that's a thing.
It's nice plus.
I got a royal present!
There you go.
I was looking for it, I couldn't figure out where it was. I'm not nostalgic for this game at all, I just bought it a long time ago and I was like, series maybe.
I've only ever seen other people play it.
Well then you're still only letting other people see it play it, because I'm playing this.
It honestly doesn't look like the kind of thing I would have much interest myself in playing.
I just like the music.
It has an awesome soundtrack. Super fucking...
I think this is the first time we've been talking about the game since we fucking started the fucking
pretty much, yeah, more or less.
Yamate!
You know what that means?
What?
You know what that means?
More?
No. Stop it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then those subtitles in the hentais are wrong.
Yep. Exactly.
What are you doing, step bro?
Stop it. No.
My favorite iteration of that is a girl walked in front of her stepbrother and then slapped a book down on the table and put her hand under the book and said, "Oh my god, stepbro, I'm stuck, help."
Yeah, god damn it.
It was so fucking funny.
Fuck.
I wish I could uproot these trees and become an int.
If you get much larger, you can.
No, but I'm going
This
to go
is
back
the big map. You could do whatever here.
I'm going to go back to the... This map is fully functional. Have I Oh, I've gotten way over. I'm not paying attention. I keep zoning out. I'm like,
I didn't think this episode would, or this map would last nearly as long as it would have. Otherwise, I would have said something.
The maps get longer.
It is a good time, though.
Yeah. I'm trying... Sorry I'm not talking a lot. I'm very lightheaded. I don't know why. That's why I'm also trying to, like, relax a little
Probably
bit.
because you're talking a lot.
Maybe. I don't talk all that often anymore. Not everybody cares. Literally, I don't like update my Facebook anymore because I know no one fucking gives a shit about me.
I fucking do!
No, like, literally nobody fucking gives a shit anymore. I don't tell people about my channel anymore. I don't do anything. I literally just vibe. I haven't even released that I graduated or anything, or that I've lost 50 pounds. Like, I literally don't fucking say...
I'm fucking proud of you.
I literally don't fucking say anything anymore.
Meanwhile, I've been gaining weight.
Nobody fucking cares. Do what I do, man. Do keto for like 2 weeks and you'll lose like 20 pounds. Yeah, well, that's all I've been doing. Well, I mean, I've been working out now, but I've lost 50 pounds. This is day 100 actually of
I want to
keto.
move out and do something like that, yo. I don't like cooking while I'm at home with my parents.
You don't even have to cook. Just find a bunch of salami. Because salami has no carbs, man. And then find a big block of Parmesan.
That actually sounds pretty tits, I'm not gonna lie.
It's not. It's literally just meat and cheese. Meat and cheese, and then occasionally I do like a salad. Because lettuce is expensive and expires quickly. And I don't actually like salad all that much.
Is clear alcohol keto?
Yes, actually.
Oh, man!
All alcohol is keto for the most part. Unless it's like got added sugar to it, you're good. Because rum is keto as fuck.
I'm gay as fuck for rum.
Yeah, that white silver ball thing is still over there because I don't drink it.
Yeah, because I think we had a little bit of that last time.
You have it every time you're over. Like
No.
literally, you drank more of that bottle than me.
I think I've only had it. I know for a fact I've had it once. I can't remember me having ever had it like a second time. I wouldn't be surprised though if I
have 1 minute
drank
left.
more of it than you have, because you said
I don't
you
like
weren't-
the silver shit.
Yeah, you said you weren't too into it.
No,
It's
I
all
have
about the mixers, man.
I have a regular. Okay, I'm stuck again. I have a regular bottle of rum chilling in my fridge currently. I haven't drank or anything. I tried to get high one day.
Yeah, you said you were gonna tell us about your getting high story, and we
Yeah,
kinda
but
forgot about it.
that's for another time. That's for.
Or are you gonna wait for Nathan to show
Yeah.
up for that?
That's for the flagship series or whatever.
Well,
the fuck
I guess
call
I'll
it.
fucking tell you my getting high story because it's super
Ooh.
boring and stupid.
Wait, you got high
Yeah, like
for the first time?
I don't even think I got high. I tried.
That's
weed.
kind of like.
I tried weed, and I think I either did it wrong or just didn't.
That's such a common thing, though, right?
I didn't fucking feel anything.
I feel slightly elevated.
Not even. It was.
No.
It's like, I guess I'm laughing a bit harder at this one thing than I normally would. I don't feel any different though. But my sister's way into weed, and she was trying to get me into it.
These fucking Zoomers are way into weed.
And she was like, "Yeah, man, come on, try it out with me." And I was like, "All right, fine." And like
Okay.
we went out onto the back
Honey,
porch,
it's time for the weed.
and she was like, "Yeah, so it's really hard. You gotta make
Your
sure."
eyes widened.
She was like, "Yeah, it's really weird and kind of difficult. You got to make sure that you do it this one specific way." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "Yeah, and if you do it wrong, you'll probably cough like a bitch the first time," which I did. But like the second time I tried it, I didn't. And it was, she had a couple of pulls, and she got kind of spaced, and I just didn't. I was like,
sat there.
"Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm feeling anything." And she was like, "Yeah, well, you gotta do a bit more of it in order to like awaken your THC receptors." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's the thing, like...
It's not like alcohol where you drink it and you're like, "Oh, that's what this is like."
Feel
you gotta,
happy.
You gotta dig around in it, you gotta kind of feel it out. And it's like, yeah, and if you eat it, it's like a completely different experience. And it's like, fuck, man. I don't...
I'll talk about the second time I had weed in the next episode. How about that?
Yeah.
Because it's 51 minutes. Holy shit!
Yeah, are we good? I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bye!
Peppa Pig has AIDS.